Let us continue.
Watch your step.
How goes the search for my Galatea? Any news of her yet? Yes. And how was it? Was it unharmed? There are many statues throughout the teeth of Naros beckoned. What is special about this one? Then you found her. It is my Galatea, or what I have left of her. In truth, my wife died beckoned, at the hands of a troll years before. I carved that statue to honor her memory, and every passing year I would work further on it, but that ritual was robbed from me. I must have closure. Please, Beckoned, go back to the Warren and search for him there. That is where he ambushed my wife. Take care. Yes?
How may I serve?
And you return to me. I hope very well. I shall endeavor to...
I almost did not see you.
Welcome to Idilla. I almost did not see you.
What's this? Do you bring news from below? My brother? I would hardly consider Histis family anymore. What business has he sent you on, Beckoned? I suppose I have been rather hard on Histis. The ring is in my chest over there. Here is the key. Yes, farewell.
I expected the Beckoned would arrive sooner or later. Can the Beckoned be so small?
Beckoned, I pray.
I pray you are finding the work suited to you, Beckoned. They are strewn throughout the teeth of Naros. They may be hid. Good luck in your search.
I expected the Beckoned would arrive.
Many greetings, stranger.
You must be... What brings the Beckoned to me on this day? You have seen Histis? I have not heard from him. What business has he sent you on? Histis has made his decision to live in the teeth of Naros and study the... My place is here. As comforting as it is to have word of him, tread carefully. What brings the beckoned to me on this day? You have... What business has he sent you on? That fool! He is as oblivious and idealistic as the day I took him for my husband. Very well, I will see him. Tread carefully if you are heading into the sewers.
Who's there? So you have completed the tasks, but I do not see Corina. Then her choice... Well, there is no more putting this off. Well, the Jotun go with bare feet, so I will as well. Take my sandals, Beckoned. They may be of some use to you. Perhaps you are right. The Jotun are not exactly the most... I suppose I could wait and observe them a bit long. Thank you for your help, Beckoned. You truly speak with the wisdom of Athene. Goodbye.
can I do?
Yes? You have slain Kern. I now have the peace of mind to know that my wife's murderer is no longer around to torment her grave. I cannot thank you enough. I have little of my own, but take these. The gauntlets I wore when I first started carving stone. May they serve you. On your way now.
Now that you have placed the litanies at the litany altar and activated their magic, any other litanies you may come across will be helpful to you. Here is one I found while you were searching for the 5 to place at the litany altar. Take it as a reward. Thank you for your help. Farewell, Chosen One. Thank you for your... Farewell, Chosen One.
Welcome to Gorhart. What do you need? So long.
Hello. What do you need today? Goodbye.
hear you.
Athene, guide your actions.
Beyond these stairs is the sanctuary of the Primos, the leader of the Colossi people in the teeth of Naros. I must warn you, Onikotos has not left these quarters in years. He vowed to never cease his prayers until the gods answered them, and his people have languished for it. But I think his answer has finally arrived. Speak to him, Beckoned. His people have need of him. After years in his sanctum, but though we all languish in the god's absence, none suffer as he does. Very well.
And though the path be fraught with tribulation, know that it leads to the land of our greatness, and that we walk it with you. Such were the words the gods spoke to the progenitor of my race when they sought to guide us from our base origins into a fruition of potential. The words have been in my heart every day of my reign, but now they are embodied. Welcome, Beckoned. At last, this city will be complete. Because we are all of us, my whole people, incomplete. Because we are not worthy enough, not deserving enough to see such wonders of the gods. And I thought that failure was a finality. I have prayed to the gods in seclusion in hopes of an answer. But they were as quiet as the silent choir. Now the Beckoned is come. With you, the gods can bear witness to us atoning for our inadequacies. We must start at once, beginning with the wreath of absolution. Something no Primos would ever wish to wear. They are only made in times of great need. And we must prove to the gods our devotion. The Wreath of Absolution can only be created from the hands guided by Athene. I must ask you to assemble it. First, a golden prayer circlet is needed to serve as its base. The art of crafting one is all but lost to us, but I require one all the same. The last Primos to wear a Wreath of Absolution, Arches, is buried with one such circlet. Sakandra led you to me, did she not? Then she will lead you to the circlet. It lies in his crypt, in the darkest pits beneath the city. I understand there might be trepidations in taking such an artifact from my predecessor. The times we have arrived at are desperate. And when we are so close now.
What is it? You return. Well, the Primos has not graced the ears of his subjects in ages. What has he said to you? The circlet of Arcase. And Anakatos expects me to lead you to it? Has his reclusion left him senseless? Has he forgotten his history as well as his people? Very well. As I cannot refuse the Primos, I will meet you in the crypts, in the undersewers of the city. Let us deal with this as quickly as possible. We can find it in the crypts. They are old structures. Forgotten. Be cautious in these lands. Come. If Anakatos wishes us to retrieve this circlet, we will do it quickly. Very well. close. There are worse things than marauders in these lower tunnels. They have lurked these walls for decades, raised along with the city years ago. Let us be quick about this. There. That is the artifact you seek. The Circlet of Arcades. By taking it, Arcades' grave becomes an empty tomb. Let us depart. Onakatos has had his fun with me. And there is it is nothing I can share with you, Beckoned. It is not worth your time. I always thought that were I to come to Arcades' crypt, it would be because of the work of gods alone. And here I am. By the will of none but Onakatos, flesh and blood. I cannot! I will not! Even after all these years, he has not forgotten his brand of viciousness. He knows I must obey his command. I apologize for my outbursts. However, it can be hard to let convictions go. But we must. We must. Take the circlet back to Onakatos. He is be cautious in these lands. No one comes down here anymore. It is left to ruin, for the Colossi have no more need of these halls, or those interred within them. How many years did our masons toil to assemble this place? And look at it now. How easily we discard the labors of our past. Keep the peace.
Be careful here. You bear the circlet of Arcades. Then the wreath is almost complete. The foundation is gold with runes of prayer, as I said. Now, it must be woven with blood and toil.
The Colossi furnish the foundation, and nature furnishes the trappings. The laurels of the wreath are not crafted, but earned. We seek Teryx veins. Once they are ours, once the wreath is complete, the ritual of atonement can begin. I take it you have encountered a Teryx before. Likely the mongrel, carrion-eating scavengers that plague us. They are a common foe. We seek the veins of the Alpha Teryx. They are fierce and proud, all that is wild and savage in nature. To prove to the gods the righteousness of our faith, then we must conquer a mighty foe. They will serve. The gods sent you to bear witness to our atonement. The wreath is made from the large feathers, the veins of the end of this awaits. Circlet must be done. We are here. That is good. I feel hope stirring in my veins once more. It is the prospect of reconciliation that has granted me a second youth. Come. We must kill the alphas of each Eyrie. With their veins in hand, we shall fall. The Teryx Eyries lie in the wilds of the teeth of... But while there are many lesser Teryx here, we must act. Feel Balin's embrace! Feel my wrath! my wrath! Thus we begin. And as we harvest these trophies, you shall learn the journey the Colossi have taken. Once we were but savages, no better than the other giant kin. We were called Myru, and to that identity we were chained, until one day, Athene spoke to us. She spoke of a destiny and greatness that was not ours, but could be. She showed us the path of ascension, and we followed it here. No, we are far from the homeland of our ancestors. Undoubtedly the gods wished us to renounce our savage history. It was necessary. Though the Jotun and Etin once regarded us as kin, they grew jealous of us, of the strength we gained from the gods' favor. Tensions rose to war. It was a sign from Athene to my people to seek a new homeland, where the bounty of her wisdom could be harvested eternally. The goddess has shepherded my people. Somehow, we were found unworthy of her. We must act. Feel Balin's embrace! Feel my wrath! Come, the circlet must be built. We wandered the teeth of Naros in search of the homeland we were promised. And when hope seemed lost, it was a divine artifact. No mortal hand could have crafted it, a massive stone, alone in the wilderness, with the image of a floating city. At the city's heart was the Hyperion itself. We knew then Athene was tasking us to craft this wondrous city, to form a covenant. To test our worthiness, the gods have strewn throughout Amalur riddles, puzzles, and challenges. Answering them demonstrates the Hyperion is one such challenge. Perhaps the greatest of them. Very well, beckoned. Feel my wrath! Feel my wrath! Feel Balin's embrace! Feel Balin's embrace! circlet. In the end, the city rose, but the Hyperion did not follow. The heart of the city remained unmoved. That we could not abide. My predecessor, Arche, sought to force the Hyperion up, but the Hyperion rejected him, killing him and his followers, and sealed itself away. Our work here is concluded. As a show of thanks, take these. I must make the gods see that my people can be... With the wreath in hand, I can conduct a ritual of atonement. As you bear the cipher, come. We must conduct this ceremony at the site of our original transgression. Let us go to the Hyperion. If it will not, then why were you brought to me? To give I know the gods of my forerunners. Now come. We must act. You have come, good. We stand in a ground once hallowed beyond all things, now tainted by the excommunication of my people. Ever since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the antechamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the antechamber is the flawed design of Arche's. It was the means by which he sought to force the It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us. That these such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arche's, and the many assembled in his chamber. Come, Beckoned.